Tide, Gain, Persil, up to 56 cents per load. One California family cut that to a nickel using a dried shell that Okinawans have used for 4 centuries. The detergent industry has spent billions making sure you never find out why. A 2-pound bag of Okinawan soap nuts, priced between $12 and $15, contains about 240 shells, enough for up to 1,200 loads when each batch is reused 5 or 6 times. That breaks down to just 5 or 6 cents per load. In comparison, a bottle of Tide, Gain, or Persil for 32 loads costs $15 to $18, or 43 to 56 cents every wash. For a California family running 9 loads a week, mainstream detergent drains over $360 a year. Switching to soap nuts drops that to about $24, saving more than $300 annually. Over a decade, the difference adds up to thousands kept in the family budget instead of funneled to detergent brands. The calculation includes the real-world shell count, the standard reuse rate, and the actual market price of both products. With these numbers, the economic logic is hard to ignore. Next, the science behind the shells and how they clean without chemical residue. When soap nuts hit the wash, a quiet chemical process gets to work. Each shell contains 10 to 12% saponins, natural molecules that act like soap. As water tumbles the shells, these saponins dissolve and spread, instantly lowering the surface tension of the water from 72 down to 51.7 millinewtons per meter. That change is not just a number. Lower surface tension means water can slip deeper into fabric, loosening dirt and oils that would otherwise cling to fibers. Saponins form tiny structures called micelles, trapping grime so it washes away with the rinse. This is the same fundamental mechanism used by synthetic detergents, but here the cleaning comes from a plant's own chemistry, not a refinery. No synthetic residue, no artificial fragrances, and nothing left behind to irritate skin. The cleaning action is visible, a modest foam, a subtle shift in how water behaves, and a load that comes out clean without harsh additives. This is the science that underpins 4 centuries of Okinawan laundry, and it is measurable in every wash. In 1946, Procter & Gamble launched Tide, the first mass-market synthetic detergent, reshaping how Americans cleaned their clothes. But the detergent aisle did not just fill up by chance. Major grocery chains began charging new brands slotting fees, upfront payments for shelf space. Those fees ranged from $50,000 to $200,000 per product. For a plant-based cleaner like Okinawan soap nuts, which cannot be patented or locked behind proprietary formulas, these fees act as a financial blockade. The economics are blunt. Without a patent, there is no exclusive market advantage, and without deep pockets, there is little hope of getting past the gatekeepers of retail distribution. As a result, the detergent shelves are dominated by brands that can afford these costs and protect their formulas in court, while unpatentable, low-cost options remain nearly invisible in mainstream stores. This is not just about chemistry or cleaning power. It is about who controls access to the market and who sets the price of every load of laundry. University wash tests put soap nuts and leading detergents through identical cycles, measuring not just stain removal, but also what happens to fabrics and skin. In standardized lab trials, soap nuts removed 87 to 92% of common stains, nearly matching the top synthetic brands on lightly soiled loads. But the numbers go beyond just cleaning. After 100 washes, cotton treated with soap nuts showed 38% less fiber damage compared to fabric washed with conventional detergent. That means clothes last longer, keep their color, and resist thinning. Skin safety also stands out. Dermatological patch tests found only 2% of participants had mild irritation after exposure to saponin-based cleansers, while 18% reacted to standard detergent formulas. These results come from peer-reviewed studies using ISO and ASTM protocols, with no industry sponsorship or brand influence. The evidence confirms that soap nuts deliver real cleaning power, protect fabric integrity, and dramatically lower the risk of skin irritation. For families with sensitive skin or anyone tired of replacing worn-out shirts, the data point to a safer, longer-lasting wash. 4 to 5 whole soap nutshells go into a simple cloth pouch, dropped straight into the drum with the laundry. After each wash, the shells dry out and can be used again 5 or 6 times before they're finally spent. This isn't a modern hack. Okinawan families have followed the same protocol for generations, passing the method down from parent to child. In village archives, a specimen collected in 1889 still sits preserved, labeled as a household cleaning staple. Elder practitioners recall storing dried shells in fabric pouches through the rainy season, reusing every batch until the shells softened and split. The process is so ingrained that even today, some households keep a pouch tucked by the washer, proof that a 400-year tradition can outlast any bottle on a store shelf. A certified compostability test found that over 60% of soap nutshells break down within just 28 to 60 days, meeting or exceeding global biodegradation standards. In sharp contrast, Americans discard about 700 million plastic detergent bottles every year, most of which will outlast several generations in landfills. Choosing a natural wash isn't just a personal decision, it's a collective step that reduces plastic waste and chemical runoff. Anyone can pressure brands and retailers to stock refillable or compostable options. One email, one petition, one purchase at a time. Every plastic jug and overpriced load keeps the cycle going. When a 5-cent alternative works, the question shifts from what cleans best to who profits if we never try. Your move.